far
So, yeah.
away.
For everyone that does it, is a cocktail ready and waiting for you.
Yeah.
Well, STD cocktail, STD cocktail.
So, doesn't know, STD doesn't always sound like the good thing though.
No, yeah.
STD. The good
Yeah. It's about that, isn't it? Like, yeah, there's an STD waiting for you, like, girls were like,
the good one. And it comes with a bonus.
When it's the new guys, I'm just like, yeah, your second promotion.
Yeah. Amazing. So we've got Louise, SC, Laura, SSC, SC. Yeah, so keep putting that in the chat, guys. And got to make it happen. So we're going to give you some amazing tips tonight on how to get customers, how to get team members, you know, what works for us, and, you know, giving you some ideas on what can work for you too. Because I think this is all about learning from different people and hearing what works for other people, and then, you know, like being like a sponge and soaking it all up, but then also putting into action and putting your own spin on it as well and making it personal to you. So should we get started, guys?
Let's do this.
So obviously we last did a call last week. No, was it last week? Yeah. And we like ourselves, didn't we? So like we shared a bit of our stories. So and we've got a recording of that as well. So if anybody's like new since then and they want to kind of like know a bit about more me or know a bit more about Sarah and Aaron, then there's a recording of that, of more of our stories. But tonight we're focusing on giving you some amazing top tips on how we get our customers, how we get our team members. So we're actually like separate teams, but we're working together. So obviously, like, we're going to be talking about brand and things like that, but obviously use your own brands as well. And we just, obviously me and DJ, who's downstairs at the moment, we just get on really well with Sarah and Aaron, and we absolutely love you guys. So we sort of thought we're going to do some Zooms together and just power on through. So yeah, we're really excited. So who do you want me to give some big tips first?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So right, so where do I start? So some of my top tips on customers. Let me just.
What's up, Ted?
Oh, we can't.
Hi.
Oh no, hold on. How do I? Unmute, guys. Unmute yourself. We'll just. There we go. Done it. Yeah, just get the chair from there.
Pick a chair up.
You just did your live, didn't you, on your page?
Yeah, so I'll chat about tips in a minute.
Okay. So
You just need to move your screen a little bit. Like a little bit more towards DJ. Bit more.
No.
Bit more. There we go.
I'm going into the main chair. I literally can't even see this chair. My
Is that better?
Love it.
So if you could all, have you all got pen and paper there with you?
We have.
What you're going to do is we're going to draw a triangle. So I actually got this. I've been listening to like lots of personal development, like on YouTube. Like there's loads of like Zoom calls, and I'm particularly loving like Emma Sneddon's Zoom calls at the moment. And there's quite a lot with Dan and Harriet as well. And I've been listening and learning to a lot of them, just like whilst I'm doing my DMO and stuff like that. And hold on, just mute someone. And so this is actually what I've got from them, but I want to share it because I think it's absolutely epic, and I think it's so simple as well for new people, because I think it's so easy to overcomplicate this business, and it's actually so simple. So draw a triangle, and then at the top, put add. So at the top of the triangle, put add. And then on the next point of the triangle, put post. And then on the next point of the triangle, put chase. And when you've done that, can you show me on your cameras? Yeah, love it, guys. Woohoo! So this is what I feel is really, really important to be doing. Like whether you're a newbie, whether you've been in the business 5 days, 5 years, 5 weeks, whatever it may be, it's really simple. So like adding people is really, really important. You've got to be adding fresh people to your Facebook every single day, because otherwise then you're speaking to the same people, and you want to be always sowing your seeds to new people, because the people that you're adding now, they're going to be the people that you know, some of them will become your customers in a few weeks or a few months time, or team members in a few weeks or a few months time. So the thing is with adding is that they are going to become your customers and team members like in the future. So as long as you're adding consistently every single day and from day one, like, then this is how I've been in the business for 6 years and how I get 15, 20 new customers every single month. And I'm sure like Sarah and Aaron are the same, like they are, because they smash it. And it's because we add people every single day, and we always have done. So like I say, we've been in the business like 5, 6 years, but we never run out of people, because we're always adding new people. Yeah. So like expanding your network. So whether you add people on Facebook, on Instagram, like for me personally, I add 50 people on Facebook a day, and I add 50 people on Instagram a day. So that's like 100 in total. And you want to be adding people that are going to be having similar interests to you. So I have got a lot more picky with who I want to add, because I want to create like my dream team. But at the same time, you don't want to be so picky that it takes you forever. So like what I actually do is I actually set myself like a little timer, so that I don't procrastinate, and then you don't think about things too much. So you can kind of like just go off like a first impression and just go through and add people that you want. So for me, like I could go to horsey groups, I could go to horsey hashtags, I could go to the Gymshark page because I love Gymshark, you know, the Gymshark like page on Facebook. I could go to like Gymshark hashtags or like gym hashtags on Instagram, all those sorts of things. So this kind of comes down to who you are and what you love and what your hobbies are. So if you're not sure about that, then what I'd recommend you do is draw on a piece of paper like a stick man. We call this a stick man exercise, and you can make this as pretty or as like if you want. Like for me, I'm not like a very artistic person, so I just draw. And
mine was literally a stick.
Yeah, mine was literally a stick with a little dress.
So was mine, funny enough.
So you can then draw off that stick man, like all the things that you like. So hold on, where's mine then? It's here somewhere, if I can find it quickly enough. Can't find it. Oh, it's here, isn't it?
Oh, it's a different book.
Yeah. Yeah, so here's my stick man. Stick woman. So like, just to give you a few ideas, I love avocado. Obviously me and DJ are engaged, so there's loads of like wedding groups on Facebook. Yeah, I think so. So that's just to give you an idea of all the different funnels. So even though like horses and horse people is a massive part of people that I add, I have loads of other little, I call them like funnels, or like loads of different avenues. So like, you know, it's good to obviously focus on your main ones, but also you know, don't forget about your other things that you love and that your hobbies and your interests. Like so we love also like going to cinema, and we love going to Nando's, like everyone knows that. So I can then add like what I love about Instagram is you can actually like search the location. So like what we do a lot is I search like Nando's location, and if I want to focus on Ipswich where I live, I can do that, or I can actually target like different areas, so you can actually add other people that have then love Nando's like you. So it's just a great way to connect with people, build that relationship, because this is network marketing, guys. We've got to network, and it's really easy to do that with people that have similar interests to you. You know, if I'm talking to someone that loves McDonald's, but obviously I love McDonald's at the end of a night out, but McDonald's isn't something that I'd necessarily love to go and do like on a Saturday. I don't know, this is just an example. I'd much rather chat to someone who like loves Nando's. I don't know. I hope you kind of get my gist. But so that's your adding. So make sure you're adding people that are like you and that are, you know, have similar interests to you. And like I said, there's loads and loads of different avenues, things you can go down. And then these are the sort of things you can post about as well. So leading on to posting, because if you're adding someone that is into German Shepherds, but you don't have a German Shepherd, you don't love German Shepherds, you don't ever post about German Shepherds, then they're not really going to relate to you as much, or it's going to be quite hard to like build a relationship on. Are you all following me? Does that make sense?
It's only from a Zoom, isn't it?
Yeah. So then this comes to your posting. So I think that your posts are really important. So making them look pretty, like I think taking the time to make your posts look good, in the sense of getting good content, your branding is really important. Like, and I think that Sarah and Aaron are really good at this. Maybe they can talk a bit more about that. but like also it's important to like not be like a Juice Plus machine, like a Juice Plus robot, you know, a Juice Plus salesperson. Like be you and share you and your lifestyle and share the things that you love, and then just integrate Juice Plus into that. But you know, we challenge you to actually not mention Juice Plus so that you keep the intrigue. You want people to come to you and say, what's that shake you're having? What are those capsules? Or wow, you look really well. Like I've been following your journey lately. You look like you've been getting some amazing results. What are you doing? You want people to have to ask you the question. Whereas if you're giving everything away with your post, then people don't need to ask you. So does that make sense?
Yes.
That's fine. So Sarah and Aaron, do you want to add anything to that before I go on?
No, like I like a chair fell. If you've got a few more to go through, that's absolutely fine. Like we'll go through one by one if you want. So I've got loads, so I don't want to like chip in.
I don't know if Amy's finished. She was asking if you wanted to add anything. So
Yeah, no. So carry on.
Okay, perfect. I didn't just want to carry on if you like wanted to say something, you know.
No, we'll definitely chip in. Well, you know what? I was just going to give my little 2p's worth. But just going back to obviously like when you were just saying adding and stuff like that, it's so true, because obviously a lot of people, and especially people in your team, won't actually know that, you know what, just through randomly adding, we brought a PMD into the business, which is absolutely mad. Like, who would love a PMD to just come into the team tomorrow? Like, do you know what? Like, this is what we're all sort of waiting for, we're striving for, we're looking for. And obviously, as well as obviously just trying to attract it, because we are within attractive marketing, it's like, you know what? She came from a random ad. We didn't have a bloody idea who she was or anything. She came into the business.
I remember adding her.
It was like me and Sarah was a PA, because she was literally smashing it that much. Me and Sarah was just putting orders through for her. So we was like, we'll be your bitch, whatever. Like, you just put the orders through, we'll just do it, sort of thing. And things went absolutely crazy. And it was just from sending that little friend request. So obviously when Amy's just saying that she's doing 50 a day, a lot of people probably think, you know what, that is a lot. But if I said within those 50 people there was a PMD, would you do it? Like 100% you'd do it. Yeah. So yeah.
I think when you're new as well, I think some people are like, oh no, I don't want to add anyone. Like, it's people that I don't know, and do you know what I mean? But that's how important it is. You've really you've got to think of it like every time, like the way that I describe it is like everyone knows, like a normal running business, you hand out leaflets and stuff like that. And obviously we're in sort of the social media sort of industry now. So every time you add people on Facebook, imagine that being like your business leaflet, like you're giving out. So you can't just have like 300 friends and go with them 300 friends. Like, that's all the people that are going to see. So you need to expand your network. So the more people that you've got on Facebook is the bigger the audience, which is the more people that are going to see your stuff. So, you know, really try and sort of, if you're new or you don't want to add people or anything like that, you've really got to sort of try and come away from it and just look at it as though it's just it's business related, and that's what business does. You know, you expand your network, you want as many people to see your stuff as possible. So
well, we always tell our guys, just add till you get blocked. Like, do you know what, like if you're not adding enough people in your first 3 months, then you know what, like, and you're not getting blocked, then you're not adding enough people. Like, literally, this is what I just tell all my girls, and they'll literally just go absolutely hell for leather for it. And it's like some of our girls get blocked about 4 times in a month. I was like, that's what I want. That's what I want to see. Do you know what I mean?
You can also start, like, because if you are, you know, adding people on social media, you can start offline, like talking to people out and about. But like, keep the conversation short, and they're intrigued. Say, look, I don't have time right now, but add me on Facebook. Here's like, I'll add you on Facebook.
I give them my phone and I say, like, type your name in, yeah.
And then add them. Again, that's adding people. It's still adding. It's just a different way of doing it. You're not having to sit there and go through like pages and groups and tags and stuff like that. If you are more of a face-to-face person, that is what works for you. Then you do what works for you consistently. So if you're better at doing face-to-face, make that your consistent primary way of adding people. If you're great at just sitting there and blasting through 100 people ads, then that's what you go to. But I find that's what's worked really well for me lately is mixing that up. Not just online, but starting offline and then going online. Yeah.
Go on, guys.
I love that. I love how you said, Sarah, like, like it's so true. Like this, like adding people is like putting out your business leaflet.
Yeah.
Love that. That's such a good way to help you newbies, because I think as well, like obviously when you do start this business as a total newbie, it's getting your head around that. In a way, like your profile is now like your business, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's just getting your head around that. And even I just say to my newbies, like even if you just, obviously your actions got to equal what your goal is, but even if you just start for just add 5 a day, 10 a day, the more you can do that, the more you can then get consistent with it, the more you're enjoying it, the more your confidence builds, then up your numbers, you know. So, but obviously if you really want to go for SDD and get that promotion and that bonus, then obviously do these 3 things on this triangle, and just the more you do them 3 things, the more results you're going to get. It's really as simple as that. So yeah, I love that. So I just think, yeah, it's really important to, you know, not be like a Juice Plus robot, and just share you, like share your life, share what you're doing, share your story and your journey, share you know, you're taking the products, put a selfie up and share that you're off to the gym. And I think it's also really important to like be real and be vulnerable, like in the right way. So like today, I don't know if any of you guys saw my Facebook Live, but I had a bit of an incident at the post office, and I wasn't going to say anything about it on my social media, but thought, actually, do you know what? I think I will, because I think there might be other people that could be struggling with the same thing, or could relate that in their own little way, in their own day. So I thought, actually, do you know what? I'm going to share it, because I want to make sure that I'm being real, and I want to be relatable to people. Because if I'm always making my life look, or not making my life look, but if I'm always coming across on Facebook like my life is perfect all the time, then people may not relate to me. So actually saying that I've just had this incident, and sharing with people how I've dealt with the negativity, and then putting a positive spin on it, well, I'm really hoping it's going to add some value to some people, and I'm going to hopefully make them relate to me a little bit more, because that's what it's about. It's about having some sort of way to connect with people. So I found that's really, and I've had like a great feedback from that today. And now we're talking about Facebook Lives, I'll just say, like, and I got this tip from a Zoom call I was listening to the other day, which I've never done this, I've just started doing it now, is when you do a Facebook Live, screenshot everybody that joins, because not everybody will like and comment, but when you're doing the live, screenshot everybody that joins, and then after the live you can message them, especially if like your live is obviously product or business related. So message them after the live and just say, and obviously this goes on to my next bit on the triangle about chasing, you know, getting in the messenger and chase. Like, I don't like the word chase, to be fair, because you're not chasing sounds like a bit negative, like chasing someone, but you've got to get in that messenger. You know, if people are watching your lives, you know, drop them a message, and I say just something simple like, hey, how are you? Like, thank you so much for watching my live today. I really appreciate the positive support. Like, I really appreciate the positive support. I was just wondering if you'd be interested in some more information. No worries if not, just thought I'd ask. So you're being very positive. And if they're not, because some people will like to follow you, but they might not be ready to buy or join yet. And that's absolutely fine, because you want people that are following you that are your fans, that are happy to follow you because you're posting great content, because you're adding value, you're fun, you're posting great things. Then doesn't really matter if they don't buy or join ever, because as long as you're adding new people within that, you will get people that will, if that makes sense. But you know that your posts are good when people are following you just for you, if that makes sense. So that's my little tip about Facebook Lives and sharing your, so going on about chasing, so obviously like chasing likes. So I do the same thing like with the lives. You know, thank you so much for liking my post. I really appreciate the positive support. You know, would you be interested in some more information? And that really, you know, I get a lot of this is how I get a lot of customers. So adding, posting with intention and making your posts really good, like great content. Like the other day, Frankie had the day off work and she came and stayed over mine, and we literally spent Friday morning just like getting loads of content. And in my 6 years of doing the business, I've never done that. I've never actually just got content. And I've always said to Sarah, I love your photos of you, of your products, Sarah, and that's so good. And do you know what? I've never actually thought about actually like getting some content. So I think it's such a great idea to actually spend some time, like spend like a morning or an afternoon, or on your next day off, if you're working full time, like on the weekend, you know, go and make the day, go and do something fun, go and make the day of getting content, post about it. Get all your team together. Like I'm going to say to my team, because obviously that's just me and Frankie doing that the other day, but me and Frankie were saying, like, how good would this be if we could do this with the whole team? You know, a whole team of us in our gym stuff with the shakes in our hand. Like, how good would that be? Things like that. So getting good content you can then use for like the next few months. And we actually had so much fun. Like, it was actually so much fun, like just getting content. It was awesome. And it's literally like opened up my eyes to getting more stuff, because you've got to stand out. You know, there's lots of people on Facebook. You've got to give people a reason. You know, why are they going to come to you? You know, like Sarah and Aaron said, it's attraction marketing. Why are people going to come to you? Why are they going to buy from you? So you've got to stand out. And like, people are like magpies on social media. Like, you've got to stand out and, you know, find you, be you, and do it in your own way, and just have fun with it.
Okay.
Do you want to add anything on to that, or shall I keep going?
No, I'm absolutely huge on, like you said, Amy, like attraction marketing. I think it's so important. Like, no one would really sort of know that I did Juice Plus if you went on my profile. I completely sort of keep it hidden. Not that I'm ashamed of it or anything like that. It's literally just to get that attraction marketing in. So, you know, more messages of people saying, you know, what is it that you do? What's this product? What's this shakes? What are these capsules, boosters? I see that you go to the gym a lot. You know, like you said, Amy, like when I do photos and stuff like that, I'm quite clever how I do my photos. I won't show like the Juice Plus in there or anything like that, because, you know, like, when we very first joined the business, like 5 years ago, I think it was very different how we promoted it. You know, the capsules look different.
Like this all the time.
Yeah, it was not good. And it was like Juice Plus in your face. The product looked different. And I think now that the product, it looks so much more modern, clean packaging. We've got the sachets now. We've got the boosters. We've got the Omegas. We've got different products. So it looks different on Facebook. So when you're promoting the product, it actually doesn't really look like Juice Plus like back in the day. So it's so different now. So like, new people coming into the business, it's so good because we've done all the mistakes. Like, this is what we do now, is blueprint. So going back to attraction marketing is so important. Like I say to my girls all the time, you know, don't put Juice Plus on your Facebook. You know, really lead with the brand as well. And, you know, you're representing your brand, so make it all about that. And I think when you go on more about the brand, people want to be more involved with it as well, because it's feeling part of something. So
I think like a big thing to just to take on board, guys, is, you know what, like a lot of the times, like, this business is so much greater than just a business, and people don't just necessarily join for the business, they join for you as well. So that's the whole concept of, you know, like somebody approaching you and just literally networking in that key way, and obviously just trying to attract new people. Is people want to join you. People always say to the top people in the business, like, how do you do it? How do you do it? How have you built such a phenomenal team? And Nat Young's a perfect example of this. Nat Young built an absolutely insane business, and she never really sort of necessarily took many photos and things like that, but she just did what she did. She went about it the total right way, and people just wanted to join her. They didn't care what it was. They didn't care what she was about, didn't even know the company, the product. She just portrayed it across the right way, where everyone was like, whatever the hell it is that you do it, I want to do. I want to be not necessarily just in the business, but I want to be surrounded by you as well. And I feel like that's why a lot of people join our business as well, because there's so much negativity. People want to be surrounded by positivity. It takes people to lift other people up. So you want to be around those people. So if you can literally get across like just you, your team, and portray yourself across on Facebook like the right way, that's when you'll get a lot more interest, whether it's about the business, the products. Like, people will just want to be around you.
I love that. It's so true. And I think it's really important to show that with your posts. So like, get together with your team, and, you know, like we had Liverpool was our last event, you know, get loads of photos with the team, because then you can show that and show the community that we have. And, you know, like, I don't know if Lauren Pierce is on here at the moment, but I know that she joined just for the friendships, because she moved to a new area. She didn't know anyone, and she felt like she didn't have many friends. So, you know, and really, like, my only real friends are in Juice Plus now. Like, so you guys are any friends I got?
We'll literally the same, to be fair.
Yeah,
I've got about 4 of the 5 of the lad mates, but I'm not allowed out with them.
Do you want to go? Do you want me to go through your my tips?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, so I'll give you a few tips, guys, on like, I've got like a few separate ones, like a few how to get to customers and then a few how to get teamies as well. But first of all, obviously going back, I'm not going to go too much into posting because Amy's like smashed that, but like making sure like DMO. So if anyone doesn't know what a DMO is, it's daily method of operation. So basically a list of what you need to be doing every single day to stay productive. So, you know, if you have your bad days, your days that you feel lost or anything like that, go back to your DMO. Like I have a huge DMO, like a huge list of like, no, like literally mine's like a poster, like of like what I need to be doing every single day. So, I mean, I don't post loads. I don't like post absolute loads. Like, I watched a video not that long ago saying that a girl was saying basically like your Facebook algorithm is 4 times a day of posting, your Instagram's like once, and then your Twitter's like 20 times. So as long as you're doing four posts daily on Facebook, you're pretty much good. Like that will reach out to the maximum people it will reach out to. Yeah, anything on your story as well. Anything that anymore, it's kind of a little bit of a waste. Like obviously depending on what times you post as well, but there's obviously a lot more to learn on that side. Adding people like Amy's just gone through, chasing your likes as well. So anyone that likes your post, just drop them a message saying, hey hon, hope you're okay. I've noticed that you've just liked my post about blah, blah, blah. Are you interested? Just something really, really casual. So a few tips on how to get customers. So first of all, you want to be product of the product. You want to be on the product. So whether that's your berry capsules first to start off with, or whether that's our complete shakes or boosters, whichever, like whatever your body goal is, sort of select the product and then go from there as well. So it could be sort of losing weight, toning up, energy, health, nutrition, or you could do a package as well. So just being sort of on the product to start with, so you can get your sort of your own journey and your own story, so then you can start sort of promoting it in a way. Obviously we can promote it even when we're not on the product, but it's so much easier when you've experienced it, when you've tasted it, when you've had your own results and stuff like that as well. So really important just to get your own story and your own journey. I think it was last year now, I think it was in 2017. I mean, I've been in this business now 5 years, and I've always done well with getting customers, always done well with getting team members, but 2017 was my sort of point where I thought, right, that is it. I woke up one day and it was literally like ready for change, and I totally changed my diet. I was a lot more better in the gym. I was eating more. So I was that type of girl that was like, eat less and I'd be like, I look good and I look skinny, where I just totally had a total mindset of changing it. So I ate loads of the right stuff. I used the product completely different, more in like a fitness way. And I started getting more results, my own progress photos, my own like a huge transformation. And that's where my customer base completely like hit the roof. I like hit the record of like, when was it, 2017, where I did like 50 customers, or yeah, I did like 50 customers in one June, and that was my highest. And I wouldn't say I grafted for them, it literally came quite natural because I had my own progress, my own results. So it's so important just sort of get your own journey. So it doesn't have to be weight loss or anything like that. Nina Ritchie, that's in the business, she's got amazing product story on her skin, and Aaron's got amazing product story on his skin as well. So yeah, so definitely get on the products and get your own sort of like little story, little like sort of, you know, route to go down of how you can promote it as well. Attraction marketing I had down, but obviously we've been through that. Really sort of post about, so like not posting about Juice Plus, posting about your brand, like you're representing your brand now, so you need to sort of really think how you're going to how you're going to promote it, like what sort of look do you want to go down, you know, sort of find your own sort of way as well. And there's loads of people that do the business that you can not copy off, but you can duplicate. So I found a lot of girls on Instagram and stuff like that, and they use, like, there's so many supplements out there, do you know what I mean? So, you know, I wanted to go down more of the route of what they were doing. So I was looking at, but obviously with our product, so I was looking at what they doing, how they would promote it, how they would do their photos, and that's kind of the route that I went down. And I feel as though that finally I found my own little way then and what worked for me. So really sort of there's plenty of people in the business that you can really relate to. You might not relate to the person that brought you in the business 100%, but you may relate to someone that's maybe not in your team or someone else that you can really duplicate as well. So really sort of try and sort of promote it in your own way, but with the brand that you follow with as well. As well, what really helps with my customers is try and run with one program a month or continue it more than a month. I see so many people that promote different programs, and then they're promoting the shakes, then they're promoting the capsules, then they're promoting this, then promoting that, which is great, but try and find a little bit of a balance so it's not confusing on your Facebook. So I'll run and I'll promote like the capsules and the shakes for quite a bit of time, and then I'll do a little bit of the boosters, and then I'll stay consistent with that, and then I'll go back to the capsules and the shakes that are more an everyday use kind of thing. So really try and sort of stick with what you're running with. So it's just a little bit more organized on your Facebook, and then run with one program. Like I think I started last year with like a booty and shred, and I stuck with that for quite a bit. So it looks probably a little bit like repetitive, or is that the right word? But it worked because people constantly saw it, so that brought in new customers as well. And then now for like the new year, we've done like a 30-day shred, so we're sort of sticking with that. And then you could go back to like another program that you felt as though that got the interest, and maybe sort of just stick to one program per month. Or if you feel as though you're getting on well with that, then continue it in with like another month as well, and just stay organized with it. I find that really helps as well is like at the beginning of the month and at the end of the month, we do like a 10 places. I think a lot of people do this, but we'll do it with no photo. We'll do it with just like plain text, like looking for 10 girls that want to join the 30-day shred or something like that. Just keeping the text quite big. So then when it goes onto Facebook, it's quite sort of in people's faces as well to say, and we get like loads of interest on that. Like we've had new girls that have done that, and they've been like crazy with inboxes and stuff. We do it sometimes and get nothing, but then we'll do it another time and then we'll get like 30 inboxes or 5 inboxes. So it just depends as well, but we usually do them on like beginning and then at the end. You don't want to sort of keep doing it and sort of, you know, running out of, you know, it'll get to the point where people don't really comment on it. So we do that as well. That's pretty much it with customers. Obviously I could go on all night. And then just a few with like getting team members and stuff like that. Recruiting from your customer base is so important. They are halfway there already. They've been on the product, they've had amazing results, they believe in the product. So recruiting from your customer base is very important, because, you know, sometimes that's where you get your best distributors from as well, because, you know, they've experienced it as well. But obviously I got one of my best distributors not being a customer, so it does work both ways. But recruiting from your customer base is great, because, you know, that they are already half there. Direct and indirect post for looking for brand ambassadors or team members, which word you use. So we'll do posts that like recruit, so that you're going out there, you're saying that you're looking for brand ambassadors or 5 team members or whichever. So really sort of being direct of what you're looking for, doing some like nice photos that blend in together, share the lifestyle, share what the business is giving you, doing that on like a recruitment post. And then we do like an indirect of just sort of showing people of what the business can give you, like sort of like working from home. Like we do that loads, like just literally like putting your feet up at home and with your laptop saying that you're working from home and processing orders. It's showing people that is what you do for a living, like, and people are like, what, like, how am I grafting, like, on my way to work in traffic? And she's there, like, my cousin said it, like, when I saw my cousin at a wedding, she was like, how have I literally got life wrong? Like, I'm in traffic commuting to work and you're putting your feet up at home. So it just goes to show that it works, like, just that little post. I'm not saying I'm looking for team members or anything, but something so simple like that will just go to show that how are you sort of able to sort of sit home. I mean, it can work even if you're in a full-time job, like even on your day off or anything like that, or if you finish early, just make sure that like you're going home building your business anyway, you know, show people that you're doing it, because people will want the same.
I think there's good days as well, guys, to do that on. Like, you've got to think that what's the number one thing that come the weekend, it's Saturday, Sunday, it comes Monday, there is not a smile anywhere. Like, I've been out first thing in the morning and I'm like, oh my God, like literally, like this town is miserable. And it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like, you know what, like everyone's got those like Saturday and Sunday blues. Like, people live for the weekend. And I know what it's like, because I used to do that myself. I'd literally wish my life away. I'd wish Monday to Friday away, just so I could literally go to Bury on a night out at the weekend before this business, because that was literally just as exciting as my life sort of was. And I think that's what you just got to like play in mind. And I just think, you know what, a lot of people, like what we was before we joined this business, it's like, you know what, like we was looking for, or we was hoping that something else would just fall into our sort of palm. And it's like, as soon as you just portray, again, obviously the lifestyle and everything that Sarah said, but if you can show that you're at home on a Monday chilling with a brew with friends on in the background or whatever it is, then people are just thinking like, I wish I could have that. So I do think it's a great way. If you're going to do it, Monday's great, and then a Friday as well, because everybody wants to try and finish early for the weekend. So if you're just showing that you're at home again on a Friday, or you've just been to the gym in the morning and you've come home, and again, obviously, you're just there, you're hustling from bed or you're hustling from the sofa, again, it just gets people just asking questions. So if I'm going to do one on like any sort of day during the week, they're the two sort of key days that I tend to share.
Yeah, definitely. So just something really simple like that. It just goes to show people that, you know, you can do this from anywhere. Like, people do it on holiday when they're on the sun lounger and all sorts. So, you know, even if you're new to the business, you're probably thinking, how am I going to get team members when, you know, I've not really made loads of money with the business, and I can't show the lifestyle, can't go on holiday because I'm not earning the money, and it's a vicious circle, and you just, But you know what? It's just the little simple things like paying off your bills or an extra shopping trip. You know, everyone's had to start from the same place doing this business. Not everyone's earned loads of money straight away. We've all had to sort of start at the beginning. So if you feel as though, or how I'm going to share the lifestyle and stuff like that, I mean, we've just had loads of incentives set out that John's doing. So, you know, that's like a huge incentive that, you know, that's advertising what the business can give you. If you've paid off, like, if you've had like a wage that's £100, like £100 a lot of money to some people. Like, that's your food shop sorted. You know, your healthy food shop, that's paying for the product, that's paying for petrol, that's savings, money for your kids, like absolutely like anything. So really try and sort of think outside the box of, all right, okay, well, I've not had all these like nice holidays and stuff like that yet. What's this business actually give me? Has it paid for, right, my food shop? Has it paid for a little savings or like anything, or handbag, or, you know, just really sort of think outside the box, because that's where we've all started. Message your customers as well. So anyone that's really getting on with the product and that you've had, you know, that's had great results, or you know what, that you just know that they're going to be great and you'd love to work alongside with them, you know, drop them a message saying that you are looking for team members and you're expanding your team, and it's great for extra money and stuff like that. You know, just be a little bit more ruthless. I think we've been told to, you know, don't cold message and stuff like that, and I'm not saying I do cold message, but I'm a little bit more ruthless now, and I will go out and message people, because at the end of the day, you want to be somewhere in the business, you want to get somewhere. So it's like you need to go out there and get it. You can't just wait for people to slide into your DMs, you know what I mean? So, you know, go out there and get it. If you see a girl on your Facebook and they're like, oh God, I'd love her on the team, just drop her a message. Like, loads of people are dead nice about it anyway. Like, if they're not interested, they're like, no. But you know what? You've kind of like gone to them. So then you're having a good time and you're promoting all the business, and then they actually probably will feel more comfortable coming to you then about the business, like, oh right, okay, what's this thing that you're talking about? So just be a little bit ruthless. Don't be scared to just go out and message people.
I think a good one as well, just on the customer front, I don't really mean to put in or anything, but I do think something that's really sort of works well for us is if you run a customer incentive every single month for the best, for the biggest transformation, or the person that's lost the most, or say if it's the skin, the person that's literally just like they've had a massive change in the skin, whatever it is, the person that comments the most in your customer support group. So if you do a client of the month and you say, right, okay, babe, you've won the client of the month incentive, go, like, literally, you've got the details, you've got the address, send them a card and send them like a little gift. It doesn't even have to be a lot. You know what? It's the sentiment, it's the thought, it's the fact that, you know what, they bought the product, but they've also bought into you. They've seen amazing results. You know, literally going out of your way to send them something. That is such a great way to literally for them to join the team, because straight away they know that you're loving, that you're caring, you've gone out your way for them, they absolutely love the products, and then not only that, you've actually gone out your way and you bought them a little something as well. And it's like, you know what, like, that is one thing that is massively missing in day-to-day life when it comes to a job. You're not bloody recognised for the hard work that you put in. Like, I remember literally slaving away in my job, and the only benefit that I got was I got to keep my job, and it was a shit job. I didn't want to keep it, do you know what I mean? Like, but I wasn't getting a bonuses, I wasn't getting anything else, and it's like, you know what, this is what our business is about. It's a people's business, and we go out of our way to make people look and feel good. So if you can literally do a client of the month and then you rant and rave about how amazing that they've done and that you're so happy for them, and then you send them a little gift, you send them a card, I guarantee you, if that is a girl that you want on your team, you will get her on your team.
Yeah.
You can carry on now, I'm sorry.
Nice. So opportunity calls as well with getting team members, you know, we never had that when we started, like literally, you know, take advantage of it. So, you know, I think John does one every Monday, whether we do one in the future, you know, definitely try and get some people on the opportunity call, duplicate everything on your stories as well. You know, if you feel as though you've not got a good enough post to put on your profile or anything like that, just make sure you just, you know, if I'm having a bad day and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to post today, you know, just make sure that you just keep your stories active. I mean, I do need to get better at it, but, you know, just make sure that your stories are active, because, you know, I think that is like the sort of the future as well, because so many people are just doing Snapchat stories, Insta stories, like that just seems to be what everyone's doing. So I think that's something that we need to definitely get better at.
Yeah, we need to have story time, like Amy in bed with DJ. Just like, can you open my story, please? How good does it look? Like, does it look really good?
I love watching my story back at the end of the day. I know it's so sad, but
you know what? It's so funny that you said that.
Everyone does it now.
Right? I asked you yesterday to check my story, though, didn't I? I was like, you know what? I actually feel like I've done quite well with my story today. I was like,
you're proud of it, like, yeah.
I was just there, like, smiling. I was like, I know what Amy means now. I get it.
So
I don't know if you guys have seen, but if you see DJ's story from an hour or so ago, he made me jump, and it's absolutely hilarious. So I'm going to watch that back later.
Your Snapchat and stories are so funny these days. It makes me laugh. So that's pretty much. Obviously, I could literally go on all night and
no, please don't. Yeah, you've took everything right off my face. So just please stop talking.
So that's literally it, really. I mean, you know what? Just go for it. You really just can't be hot and cold on. You know, at the end of the day, this is social media business, like industry, and, you know, just really just go all out and go for it. You can't be hot and cold. Like I always say to my girls, like, don't be hot and cold on the business. Like, you've got to be all in and you've got to stay consistent with it. There's no point of being consistent and then dropping off, going quiet, and then coming back in. It doesn't work like that. Even on your bad days, you've just got to keep going. And trust me, I've had plenty of bad days where I've been absolutely in tears. But, you know, you've just got to just keep on going. At the end of the day, like, you're going to have times where you've got no customers, you've got no team members, and then one month you're absolutely, oh my God, where have all these come from? And at the end of the day, it's a business. You're going to have your busy time, you're going to have your quiet times, but you've got to make sure that in them quiet times are really, really just productive, adding people, chasing your likes. Just, you know, don't worry too much about the physically getting customers and team members. Just keep going with what you need to do and they'll suddenly just come through, like, definitely. So
yeah, have you finished now? Yeah. Yeah, you finished. Right, guys. I mean, I'll pretty much wrap up the call. I mean, I won't take too long, to be fair. There's probably not really much I can go through, to be honest with you. Obviously, it's just the benefit of lasting it, so it is just one of those things. Right, so let's just see what I've got. Right, okay. This might take a little. This might take a while, guys.
Done.
Right, done. Smell. Right, okay. One little point, obviously, just to do with obviously the products and stuff like that. I mean, I'm massive on self-developing, and I was listening to Les Brown yesterday in bed, and I thought this was so true, and it's so powerful. It goes with the business, it goes with the products, and it was like, you know what? There is nothing more powerful than your story. So if you can do anything in this whole business, even if you don't literally just post loads of times a day, you don't go add 100 people. If you literally just get amazing at sharing your story, that is enough to make you a millionaire. And I thought, you know what, that is so true, because we always ask all the top leaders, like, how did you do it? Like, can you share your golden nuggets? Are you doing buy and sell? Are you doing this? And they all say, all I'm doing is, one, I'm just sharing my story, and I'm just getting better and better at sharing my story. And I feel like that's how we just built our business. Like, people always ask us, like, how did you build the business? It's like, you know what, I fell in love with the product. I got a really inspiring product story. I fell in love with the business, and I've got a really powerful business story. So when people are asking me about the products or the business, I'm not talking about other people. Like, they're joining me. I'm going to be the mentor, whether it's on the products, whether it's on the business. So I'm going to share my story, and I'm going to get it across in the best way possible that gets them excited. Because like I said, they're not just buying into the products. I want them to look at me and think, you know what, you're going to take me to where I want to go, whether it's in the business or whether it's in the products. If I want to lose 2 stone, that is it. Like, I've got you to help me to lose 2 stone. So they need that reassurance. And they're going to get that from you, and they're going to get that from your inspiring story as well. So if I could say anything to anyone, it literally would be to learn your story, know your story, and just get better and better at telling it, and get to the point where, do you know what, when you actually start sharing it, I get excited. Like, I literally, it sounds so creepy, but I get excited on my own story. So I share it, and I come back and think, fucking hell, that sounds pretty damn good, that, doesn't it? And I feel like that's what you sort of got to do in the business. You've got to do it about the business, you've got to do it about the products as well. And just believe that it can happen to you. I feel like this is a massive thing in our business. Like, I feel like self-belief and self-confidence in this business, and we all say, like, oh, you know what, it'll never happen for us. It bloody won't happen for you if you've got that mindset, if you've got that attitude. It's like, you know what, there is no special way to do this business. Like, and Alex is a prime example from it. He tells everyone all the time that he's like dyslexic, he's a Rastafarian, he's this, and this. He had all the excuses where he wouldn't make a success of this business, yet he's got one of the strongest businesses that I know within UK and Europe. And that is just because the way that he treats people, the way that he makes people feel. So I just say that, you know what, like, just believe that you can have it all. You are enough. There's nothing that you can or cannot do. Like, there's no difference between Sarah, between me, between Amy. Do you know what? We all just make a special effort. We all just know what we want, and we decide to go after it. And I feel like that is just something that you've got to do in this business. Like, it really doesn't matter where you are now. Like, you can be in a total different place in the next 3, 6, 12 months. Like, there is people breaking NMDs in like 12 months time. That can be you. That can be anybody on this call. You've just got to believe that it can happen to you, and just put in the work that goes alongside it as well. I've done that.
Woo!
Like, someone just fill in the silence while I just like go down the list.
Go on.
No.
All right.
Go on.
And just another little tip that actually I forgot. When I was doing like loads of orders, like when I was doing like 40 orders, 50 orders, what really helps like leading up to that, I actually doubled up on my statuses.
No.
Oh, did you want to do that?
No, seriously, like you just need to like go make tea or something like that. Go do, like, yeah, no. Like, seriously, shut up. You might as well finish now, but yeah, I'll cross that one off as well, Sarah.
So I double up on my statuses. So what this means is, do you know what? I'll feel really guilty
No,
now.
I'm going to make you feel guilty, but carry on.
I just thought of it on my head, like, oh yeah, I didn't say that. I always do that. I come off the column, like, oh yeah, I didn't say that. So what I mean by this is doubling up your statuses. So you know when we do like, oh, thank you for your order, Well, I always do that, but then when they get shipped out, I'll do another one. No, it just, I bet you're thinking, oh, is that it? But honestly, like, it works, like, it does work. So it makes you look twice as busy. So not everyone's going to see that thank you for your order, I don't know, Sophie or something. But then when you do another one saying, Sophie, your supplements have shipped out, can't wait for you to start, then it's just doubling up a little bit. So instead of doing like, say if you do 10 orders, instead of doing 10 thank you posts, you've done like 20. So it makes you look busier as well. So it's just being a little bit clever as well. Sorry.
Love that. I love that.
Yeah. Well, that would have been my point, so don't take the credit for it. Right, okay, we've gone through the DMO, gone through staying consistent. This is a good thing, and this is something that I feel like will really sort of get you going, is do the things that you're afraid of to do the most, and literally just say 1, 2, 3 and just do it, because we're all literally, do you know when you just think, you know what, I cannot be asked today, I don't want to see anyone, I don't want to speak to anyone, you know what, like we all have those days, and I feel like obviously you get your DMO out and you're like, right, okay, I've got to go and send all these friend requests, I've got like 3 to 5 product conversations, 3 to 5 business conversations, and I just think, you know what, sometimes it can just be a little bit overwhelming, it can be a little bit too much, but then you've just got to think that, guys, you know what, like if you want to get to where you want to go, like where you want to be, then you know what, you've got to do the things that you don't necessarily want to do. And I know for a lot of people that will be breaching the comfort zone as well, and I think that, you know what, that is where the magic comes in your comfort zone. So if there's anything that you feel that you don't really like doing, that you're not comfortable doing, then just go and bloody do it, because I guarantee you, you'll have bigger results than you've probably got in the things that you're comfortable doing. But you know what, you've definitely just got to get out of your comfort zone. So if it is a live, literally don't think about it, because the thought of doing a live literally just cringes me out. But I literally, if I really want to do, and I'm just like, right, that's fine, I've written what I want to say on my live, 3, 2, 1, I'm pressing the button, go. And it's a case of get your shit together, because you've got 3 seconds and you're live. And I feel like if you just want that sort of proviso of the little 3, 2, 1 countdown, or 1, 2, 3, just do it, like I feel like I get a lot more things done just by doing that. And just think you've got to do it. Like you can't be afraid of not doing it, you've just got to go and do it. We went through obviously all the DMO, obviously like our DMOs, we work very close together, so they're pretty much the same thing, and always sort of aim higher than lower. So when I said before about 3 to 5 business conversations a day, like I aim for 5. Obviously I'm full-time in it, Sarah's full-time in it. For those that are obviously just doing it a little bit part-time, you've got to aim for at least 3. Some people sort of fall short and they're like, you know what, if I have 1 product conversation or I have 1 business conversation a day, that's enough. That's not enough. Like how many people just aim for something exactly what they want? You've got to aim for greater, because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna fall short. So you've got to aim for those 3 conversations. You've got to aim for the 5 conversations, whatever it is. So just always aim a little bit higher. And something to sort of ask yourself as well at the end of the day when it comes to your DMO is, if you ask yourself at night, if everyone in my organisation did what I did today, how would my business look? That is something that I will continuously go to ask myself, not out loud, obviously I don't want to like look like a weirdo, but that is something that I'll ask myself in my head, because you know what, I want to go to bed just knowing that, you know what, another day has gone by, that's another day that I'm either closer to my goals or I'm further away from my goals. I want to know that, you know what, I'm showing up, I'm leading from the front, I'm doing what I preach to my team, and I'm going to bed and I'm thinking, you know what, if everyone in my team did what I did today, I'd be happy. I've got a customer, I've got a team member, I've literally planted the seeds, I've gone and spoke to 3 to 5 people, whatever it is, it doesn't matter, but it's just a way of just holding yourself accountable and showing up. Sarah's obviously talked about the lifestyle and stuff like that, and just be you. Like literally just, that is the biggest thing that I can sort of say on Facebook. Don't try and be anyone that you're not. Like people will see past it, and again, there's no point in trying to portray somebody else on Facebook or trying to be somebody else, because at the end of the day, they're going to join your team, and you're looking for people that are very similar to you. So if you try and be someone that you're not, you're going to attract someone that you're not, and then 9 times out of 10 you're not necessarily going to actually get on with them, or you're not going to have the same sort of vision, the same goals, the same interests, and it possibly won't work. Another one is just make, like, I know obviously like you guys just went like sort of went on the do's and the don'ts and the things that you should be doing and the adding and everything like that, but all that's been said, so I'm just trying to just pick little things that I've just put that has not really been said before. But make the business about other people, guys. This business is about other people. Like, it's great to have a vision board, it's great to have goals, it's great to have a bucket list and things like that, but the biggest thing that you can do in this business is literally just love on other people. Like, think, what can I do, not necessarily for me, but what can I do for other people? And I think Jim Rohn says it best. It's like, if you help enough people get what they want, you get everything you want. And that is so true, guys. Like, honestly, I mean, we've ticked off like 3 vision boards between us, and they were things we didn't have a absolute clue on how we was going to get, and we just made the vision greater than ourselves. We focused on other people, and that just gave us everything that we wanted. Like, when we put these things on this vision board, and like one of them's like on our little kitchen door there that we started ticking off. It's absolutely crazy. But like, when we put stuff together like that, it was like, how the bloody hell are we going to do it? And we just thought, you know what, if we help enough people get what they want, then we can start to tick those things off. So I think just in the last like 2 years, we've ticked off like 7 or 8 of them, and they're like massive things. So I just say, like, guys, make the vision bigger than you. Like, you just don't know who you can help and then who that will help in return. You've gone through that. You've gone through like find something that you aspire to and then duplicate. You've gone through that. Get excited, guys. Like, yeah, this is dead difficult because I'm like literally last. So, but yeah, like, guys, just get excited. If there's one thing that I can say in this business is you've got to get excited. Like, you should literally be waking up every single morning and you should be just excited as shit. Like, literally, you should be like running. Yeah, like, I can imagine it actually. Like, I can imagine like probably taking about 10 minutes and then you hopping around the house or something like that.
It's like, it's funny how accurate you are, really. It's not even far off.
But you know what, like, literally, if you can create excitement, then that is where your business will build. Like, that is what people want. Like, people, again, like I mentioned before, people want to be surrounded by you, people want to be next to you, people will want to work with you. Like, excitement is so infectious. And I feel like when I said to Sarah and we was looking back and was like, when was our business the strongest? It was when we was the happiest. It was when we sort of put it across on Facebook. It weren't necessarily when we earned the most money. That wasn't when we was the happiest, because that was right at the start of the business. It's like our best year is in for us was like 2016, 2017. So it's like, do you know what? That's when we was the happiest. That was when we was the most excited, because it wasn't about us. We had constantly people coming through and they was getting promotions. They were saying, oh my God, if it wasn't for this business, I wouldn't have been able to do X, Y, and Z. We had messages at Christmas just saying, like, of girls saying that they've not been able to put Christmas presents under the Christmas tree for the last couple of years for the kids, but this year they've managed to spoil them rotten. And it was just like, it was so much bigger than us, and it was so much bigger than just money. And I just think as soon as you start to hear things like that, that is what gets you excited about this business. You don't focus on paychecks, you don't focus on bonuses, you just focus on other people and you get excited about it. And I feel like as soon as you bring excitement into your business will go through the roof and you'll create real momentum. And then as soon as you've got that momentum, it's so keen to just carry on and just have that foot to the pedal and just to absolutely ride that wave. And as soon as you do that, you will see your business go from strength to strength. Use voice notes. So this is absolutely great. So if you've got anyone messaging about the products, messaging about the business, especially like we always say, if the tribe, like if they're someone that you want in your business, or they are literally someone on the products and you think, oh my God, I would love you in the team, like you're looking banging, or like you are literally what I'm looking for. Then I get like a little bit excited and I'll send them a voice note. And then sometimes like it's great because you can build a relationship with them. Like especially like I did it a few days ago, and it was a girl from down south. So obviously she's like dead southern, and then I'm voice note, and then I got one back and she was like, oh dude, like oh my God, like what is that voice all about? And it was just, it was just a little bit like, it was just building a relationship, and obviously we just had a little bit of banter about it, and I was like, oh, you sound like you're from London, and we were just like having a little bit of play, and it was just like, you know what, you just wouldn't be able to get that across on a message. So I just think, you know what, it's so good to just think, you know what, you're not just a computer, you're not someone that's just paid there to sit behind a computer, paid there to sit behind a phone. You've got to bring the fun into the business, because it's like, if it's not fun, then half the time you just think, you know what, like, why am I doing it? Like, you want to be having fun in the business. So I just say, go out your way, voice note, and whether it's about the business, whether it's about the products, and just try and build relationships. I feel like that is absolute key in our business. Like, again, if you're going to get good at anything, get good at building relationships, get good at speaking to people, get good at literally for people wanting to be around you. You've covered all branding. I always said as well, when you bring people into the business and stuff like that, and I feel like, you know, a lot of you guys won't really sort of struggle with this, but don't overpromise and underdeliver. Like, obviously, don't promise the world to people that are in the business. Say, you know what, you're going to come into this business, you're going to earn £500 a month, £1,000 a month. You need to start asking the right questions. I feel like this is absolute key when you get a new team, because we all get so frustrated, and you're like, oh my God, why don't they want it like us? Like, when I joined this business, I absolutely went hell for leather. They don't want it. Like I just need to find people like me. You've just got to ask the right questions, and I feel like as soon as you've asked the right questions, I sort of categorize people, and then I'll let the 20% do 20%, I'll let the 30s do 30, the 50s do 50, and the 100s do 100s. Like, if you're literally speaking to someone and they're like, you know what, it's just a little bit of extra money, I'm at uni at the moment, and I'll probably just want like a little bit more money so I can go out and get pissed a little bit more. I'm thinking, you know what, like, that's fine. I'm gonna let you do the 20%. So I know that I'm not gonna give you. Does one keep banging?
No.
All right. No, honestly, I feel like I can just hear like bang, bang, and I was just like I don't get it. Like, where's it coming from? But yeah, definitely, guys. Like, literally, just like ask the right questions and just make it about them, and ask them why they joined the business, what it is that they want from the business. I never talk monetary value about anybody in the business. I say, like, why have you joined the business? And I was like, right, okay, like, what is your goal? What are you looking for? Like, okay, I'm looking for an extra £200 a month, £300 a month, whatever it is. I'm like, right, okay. Rather than just talk about £300 a month, I say, right, okay, let's get your outgoings down on a piece of paper. You tell me all your outgoings. I don't want to tell you that I'm going to help you make £300 a month, but I'm going to show you that I can start taking off your phone bill, your Sky bill, your rent, or things like that. And as soon as people start seeing that, you know what, this business can take care of things that are surrounded by money, but it's not just a number, then that's what really starts to open their eyes. So I say, if they say that they want to earn £200 a month, I'm like, right, okay, getting £200 worth of outgoings, right, if we can start to pay that, and we can start to pay that, and we can start to pay that, and we can do that this month, how would you feel? I'd get absolutely buzzing. Right, okay, let's tick those off. Right, what's next? And I'll get them to sort of write the outgoings down in like a numerical order. So it'll be like the highest to lowest, or lowest to highest, and just start from the bottom and just start ticking off the little things. Like, even if it's a food shop and it's a once-a-week food shop at like 60 quid or 80 quid, obviously, if you eat like an absolute like gannet, like I'm guessing like DJ does for the games. But do you know what I mean? Like, it's literally, you've just got to ask the right questions, and you've got to show them that this business can start to obviously pay for those things that they have to pay religiously, monthly or not. That's fine, you've done that. You've done that one. Guys, I think I'm all out. You're probably quite happy that I'm all out, to be fair. Yeah, no. Show the business. Yeah, guys, that's me done because you guys stole everything else. So, yeah.
You did amazing.
Smashed it. That was incredible. I loved that last little bit there. Yeah, I asked people like what they want from the business, what do they want to earn, things like that. But I've never actually done like what like for someone like new starting, like what are your outgoings, and actually like assign like that monetary value to something that actually resonates. Yeah, that actually resonates with them on a deeper level, because I think it's so important, isn't it? Like anyone can say, oh yeah, I want to earn £500. What? Okay, well,
what does that mean to you?
Yeah, what exactly? What does that mean to you? What does that resonate with you? On and if that's going to resonate with them in a pain, because obviously then they're going to want to replace that, so they can replace that pain, and this business can overcome that pain in a positive way, if that makes sense. So yeah, I love that. Absolutely love that. Smashed it, guys. Incredible.
Oh, cheers, dude. And you? I love doing these little calls now. It gets me dead excited. But then I go to bed and I'm like, oh my God, I can't sleep.
I've been up since 4:30.
No.
You've just been doing another live.
Another live.
Do you want to? I think we've been on here like an hour now, so I don't know if we should end it. Like, have you got any little tips you want to give? Or?
The only bits, obviously, off the back of what I
don't know if there's
Aaron saying and stuff, but because I have to be quite structured with my time, just because everything else I got to do on my day. So for me, like having a DMO is really important, but having one that you can consistently do that works for you. So like, there's no point saying I'm going to add 100 people a day if you physically can't do it, because then the only thing you're going to do is like see how much you're missing by and get negative about it. And then if you can only add like 50 a day or 20 a day, then just stick to like be consistent with it, because the consistency is what actually builds your business. Like missing 100 likes or whatever a day is only for me, it will mentally like put me in a negative space. Definitely. So having a DMO that fits and is structured around yours, like we have these little, like you said, I do this thing now, right? So I cook rice in the microwave. It takes 20 minutes. And I like to see how much I can get done in that 20 minutes before the microwave goes bing.
Set a timer.
So like 20 minutes. Let's see what I can do in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. So like, I'm like, right. And now it used to take me like an hour to add like 50 people or respond to the people that have responded to my friend request. Whereas now I can do it in 20 minutes. So, stuff like it's silly, because what would happen is if I had an hour to do it, I'd come off there, I'll scroll through a little bit on here, I get distracted by this, I'm like, oh, what's on TV? I'll get distracted, whereas, all right, I've got 20 minutes, and then if I don't do it, I get angry at myself, so it's like a competitive side of me kicks in. So having like little timers throughout the day, like, right, 20 minutes here or half an hour, whatever you can fit in, and then just do as much as you can in that time, because like Amy said earlier, it cuts out the like thought process of like getting your own way. You have to like, right, I've got to do it, so I'm just going to message that person, and it kind of helps you get through your scary list a bit more quicker as well, because the people that right, I know 5 people I want to ask, but I've been shitting a brick about asking them, so now I've got no choice. So you just send it, and you'd be surprised at what they might say back.
Definitely.
A lot of things that I do, obviously I have quite a unique tribe being diabetic, so I have like what I call a funnel. So my page to my group. So I have my page. You have to find out where your tribe hang out online, what groups they like to go to, what are more popular, what do they like, where they might be on pages. Like I add value on other people's groups and other people's pages. Like I'll share like a diabetic quote or a meme, or it's just adding value, because then people see that and they'll then come find you. So like they'll come find you and start following you, and then they'll see what you're doing, and then they start getting curious. So you don't always have to use your own page and groups and profiles. You can actually sort of broaden your horizon a little bit. I have a couple of groups that I post in. So like if I have quite a good little motivational diabetic speech that I do and a cool little photo, I then throw that in like 4 or 5 other groups, and it just starts gathering you momentum, and people start adding you, and it's got about that way as well. So that's something that's really worked well for me lately. And then and then lately we've done like a 5-minute business and a 5-minute like product video. I don't know if you spoke about that.
No, I haven't. No.
So I find being a guy as well, if I then speak to someone and then I send them to Amy's video, it doesn't quite work. Like, because it's gone from me to you.
If it's a guy.
If it's a guy, for sure. So it's called how like it's a 5-minute video on your business and your product journey, your story, and you can literally just upload mine to YouTube and just send them the link and say, look, here's a little 5-minute video about what it's done for me. Check this out, and if you like off the back of that, we can go from there to the next steps. Because it cuts through the shit a bit quicker. Because they don't like the sound of it from what you've done, then they ain't gonna like the rest. Do you know what I mean? So it kind of cuts through that. It's about streamlining that process. It's not about not speaking to them, but it's about getting through your nose a bit quicker as well. Because again, I have to manage my time. I can't be having endless conversations with people.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the main ones really. I don't want to keep anyone too long, but yeah. So cool.
Good. I think we smashed it tonight with so many tips.
So many.
Killed
We
it.
can keep going as well, but we'll do it on another Zoom as well. It's so exciting. Like,
I'm so excited.
it's so amazing. I'm so excited.
When should we do the next one then, guys?
About an hour. Sound good?
Well, when should we do the next one?
Yeah, when you
Sunday, I thought. But
yeah.
whatever you guys think. Obviously, this week, because we've had all the other Zooms, it's kind of been difficult, isn't it? There's
Well,
been
that's
like
one on Wednesday
there's been like
as well.
Zooms every night, and now John's doing one. You know,
Tomorrow.
his one tomorrow now as well. And
Yeah.
like you were saying the other day, weren't you, Sarah? Like I agree. Like, be careful not to have like too many training Zooms, because then, like you say, it takes away.
Yeah, you can be on a Zoom call every night and you're not actually building your business. Yeah. Like you'll have a girl. I've been on a Zoom every night. I'm like, girl, I ain't building your business.
You've got all the fundamentals to be able to build it, just no time to go and build it.
You've got to go and take the action, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely.
One little thing I just have to really quickly share, because I'm freaking loving it at the moment. Any of you guys that have got Spotify, and some of you might be already listening to this, but recently I've just found podcasts called MLM Nation. Don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah, I have.
Have you? Oh my God, I've been listening to that for like the last 2 weeks, or like the last week, since our last Zoom anyway. And my mind is just absolutely blown away, and I absolutely love it. So I'd really recommend go and listen to it. There's loads of podcasts, and it's amazing. It's totally like opened up my eyes to, because I think it's kind of easy to stay in like the Juice Plus bubble, and it's totally opened up my eyes to like the industry as a whole, and hearing what it's done for people, and hearing just people from loads of different companies. You're not allowed to say company names, but just hearing like other people's success stories and what they do and what works for them, and you can pick up so much. It's literally like blown my mind. I love it. So I'd really recommend listening to that. I love it.
Alexa's getting bashed at the moment, isn't she? Fucking MLM Notion all over the house. Alexa, play it again.
Oh, okay, now let's have a look at that one.
Cheeky bitch trying to get on the live. You hear her?
Anyway,
Yeah. That's brilliant.
amazing.
Right, should we call it a night, guys? And I'll message you anyway. We'll get like a date and time sorted and stuff. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining.
Cheers,
Well,
guys.
thanks everyone for coming on the call.
I'll message you too, Aaron.